Alright, we're going to try this new toy that I bought. Try it on that one there. Actually, no, let's try it on this one. It looks deeper. So you can see that there. Clean it with a little alcohol. This kit comes with a glue gun, a bunch of little tabs. Little tabs, you just put glue on the end of it. Basically, like that. And press that down into the dent. You're supposed to let it sit for about 20 or 30 seconds, I guess. So I'm going to let that set up for a minute. I'm going to go a little longer on this one, see how it works out. See if longer is better. That's a pretty good dent. I've got different kinds of glue sticks here too. The green is all purpose. This is light. The gray is real light, and that's what I'm using here. Alright, let's see how this works out. Good. Looks like I pulled it up a little bit high, which is good. You really want that. They send these little guys here that you can tap that back down a little bit. This is if you're doing paintless nickel repair, which I'm not. I'm just trying to get it out so I don't have to knock it down with a stud, you know, go all the way to metal. I don't want to go to metal on this. I'm going to take the clear off down to the paint. Basically, then I'll be, you know, I'm going to paint over the previous paint. I think that'll work. So I've got a piece of 320 here. Run this 320 across it, make sure my dent's gone. Yep. I said I'm taking this clear coat off anyway, so this doesn't matter. I was doing the paintless dent stuff, which I don't really know how to do. I'm just kind of winging this. This is why I got this, so I didn't have to go down to bare metal and take a stud and try to pit pull that up. I figured the glue tabs would work fine, which it looks like they are. So yeah, that's nice. So all I need to do now is just run 320 over it with the DA over the hood after this is all done, and then it should be ready. There's another one there. It's real small. So small I can't find it. There it is. I'm sure there's a rhythm you can get into once you get this down. Probably get good at it. So this is really the first time I've ever used it. It is the first time I've ever used this gun, so. think I waited long enough on that one because it took it with it. Either that or I didn't clean the surface. Might have forgot to do that. Still a little low in there, looks like. That's really not bad. I bet I could take that down to paint and that would go away. Oh man, you have to go down to paint, probably just clear. Yeah, that really pretty much did it. That works. Alright, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to go around and get all these little dents out. And I've got quite a few. So, looks like it's working pretty good. I say I'll need a lot more practice with it to get really good with it, but coming to kit, made by that company. This is not a cheap set. This costs a couple $100, but this gun is pretty nice. It swivels, and you can buy real cheap ones, but I don't know how well they work. I've never had any luck with buying cheap tools, so you usually get what you pay for. And again, I'm talking funny because I had a tooth extracted, so. Alright guys. Alright, so this is a pretty big dent. It probably needs to be body work. It's pretty rough. But I'm going to try these little tabs and see how that works out. I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but it's got a pretty big crown. It's been pushed in here and it's crowned out pretty good through there. So I'm going to give this a shot and see what happens, but I'm not going to hold out a whole lot of hope for it. So, if you guys remember, I had this stud limber. Well, they make this tablet deal to go with this, so which is pretty cool. And so I'm going to use it, try to see if I can't pull this dent back out. We got no guarantees here, but we're going to give it a shot. Alright, so my camera battery went dead when I was doing this, but as you can see, that whole crease there, not crease, but high crown that was there is gone. This is where I pulled it up, and what I did was I pulled it up and then I pulled it a little too high, so I tapped that little area back down, and then went ahead and ran my 320 over it, and you can see it went through the clear there, which is fine. gonna seal all this anyway. But yeah, that's nice and smooth, feels good. And so had that just been trying to do dentless, paintless dent repair, which I don't do, but if that's what that was going to be, then I would have tapped that back down with that whatever that is, little tap down tool, a little better than that. But like I said, I don't care on this because I'm not trying to do paintless dent repair. I'm just trying to pull those dents out to where I don't have to use any filler, and so that will be the case. So actually going through that, that pulled it right back down to probably the primer in there, and so that will work. So pretty happy with that. Feels good. Pretty happy with. I think I said I'm happy with it already. If you guys didn't know, I'm happy with it. But yeah, feels good. So got this one. You can see the little spot in the center. Again, just taking the 320 on this acrylic block, and not really wanting to do this one-handed, but just knocking down the clear. That clear's got to come off anyway. So all I'm doing is using that as my guide coat, like I do a lot of other stuff. Works out really good. So yeah, there you go. So the little dent is gone. Hopefully that shows up. But anyway, yeah. So I figured I'd do that, and that'll keep me, and I probably said this, keep me from having to use filler. So I've got a few more in the back. I've got the other side to do still. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions about how this tool worked out, I like it a lot. It works pretty good so far, and keeps me from having to get the stud puller out and do all that, which those might not have been deep enough for that anyway. They may have just blocked out, with a DA, may have knocked that down. But I wanted, it's like some of them I had over here was pretty deep, and so I wanted to go ahead and take those completely out if I could, and then block them down smooth. So we're going to try to make this really nice for him. He did a really nice job on my bathroom, so we're going to try to do the same for him. Oh, there's another one that I didn't see earlier. I'm going to have to do that one. Let me get some tape, put something over that so I'll remember it. So, yep, we're getting her done. Of course, I have to take I have to take all this stuff off, windshield wipers, all the trim, all the handles, all this stuff has to come off. And then I'll take all of this clear completely off, because this is where it's peeling, and then on the top is peeling. This was fairly new clear. This had been painted about 6, 8 years ago, something like that. Actually by me. And the clear we used was really cheap, and you could tell coming back to it now, that many years later, it died back pretty hard. So yeah, I'm not in love with cheap clear, but that's the way it works. So you get what you pay for, like I said. Anyway, I got a whole bunch on that side to do. I'll probably get on those tomorrow. Either that, or I may just switch it up and get back to the Camaro and finish doing some of this stuff. I don't know. I'll just kind of bounce back and forth, If I don't feel like doing that, then I'll do this. But I don't know. We'll just wake up and see what the day brings, right? All right, see you.